Good morning, people, from New York City. Monday morning, November 12th, 2018. Ready to get after this Monday. As you guys saw, I completed that DBC class, that DBC certification. Like I said, excellent class, so quick check off the box. But today we're headed to Georgia. Got a plane in about 3-4 hours, but I got to make sure to get a quick session at New York Sports Club before I head off on the journey. I'm that type of guy that just can't sit on the airplane without working out before, without not knowing that I put a session in. So I'm gonna bring you along for the session. I'm gonna plan out the day a little bit, write down how good I feel, and I'm ready to crush these goals, crush this day. Let's set the tone for the week. Today's Monday. Let's get that momentum. First, you guys got to check out these vibes at Arlo Hotel Soho. Blessed place. Alright guys, I'm just going to give you a bit of background what today is going to look like. I have a flight in 4 hours, so I'm going to get over to the gym, do a quick warm-up, a quick session, get back to the hotel, take a quick shower, get some breakfast, and go catch my flight. So let's get after this day. I left the hotel at 8 o'clock. The gym was 7 minutes away. So what I did was I set an alarm on my phone for 9:30, and I made sure I was out of there by 9:30. Let's get after this gym session, baby. We in here. Let's go. Whenever I'm in the gym, I am super focused. That means I turn my phone off, allow no phone calls. I put my playlist on, as you guys saw, Beast Mode on Spotify. And I get after it. I'm not in there to screw around or socialize. I'm in there to get after it. So a lot of people make excuses that they don't have enough room to warm up. They don't have enough time to warm up. So what I'm going to show you here right now is a quick warm up that you can get done in a tiny amount of space. 6 to 8 minutes, high intensity, get after it. So I started with the high knees to get the heart rate going, get the blood flowing. And after that, as you guys see, I'm doing a knee hug. So I'm looking for hip extension on that down leg to really test hip mobility, really warm up the hips. Next, I'm just doing some boxer skips, side to side, being light on the feet, twisting the hips, really getting a bit of rotation in the hips, and really getting the blood flowing. After that, I get into some butt kicks, standing still, stationary. Really warms up the hamstrings, really warms up the quads, as well as getting the heart rate up a little bit. As always, just trying to get that blood flowing with a little bit of a general movement warm up here. Next thing I do is a quad pull and reach. As you guys see, as the name entails, it's pretty simple. You pull the quad, get a little bit of an extension on them toes, and reach high. You're going to stretch the lats, you're stretching the quads, you're stretching the whole body. Next is a really excellent glute stretch. So you're going heel to knee. You're putting one leg over the other. You're doing a slight mini squat on that other leg to really stretch the opposite glute. So you're also activating the leg that you're on, that you're squatting on. You're activating that glute, you're activating that quad, you're activating that hamstring, testing your core stability and your balance, as well as lengthening and opening up that glute. Next, we got some toe up sweeps, where you're putting your toe up, dorsiflex, toe to sky, reaching down, bending at the hips, and sweeping. This variation targets more of the calf, the gastrocnemius, the back of the calf and the hamstring. And as you guys see, the next stretch will target a different region. Next is a toe down sweep. So your toes down to the ground. Same thing, bending at the hips and sweeping. You're still targeting that hamstring, but you're targeting more of the anterior tibialis, which is the front of your lower leg. So people who get shin splints, this is a good one for you guys. Next, I just called the knee-to-knee groin lengthen. I honestly forgot the official name of this thing, but you guys see what it's doing. It's really opening up the groin, really opening up the hips. You're trying to get that butt as low to the ground as possible, moving very slowly and flowing while straightening the opposite leg. Next is a more advanced one where you're pulling that toe up, need a knee groin lengthen. I would not advise this if you are not experienced with your mobility. Next one is an alternating high knee butt kick. So you're going double high knee, double butt kick, double high knee, double butt kick. Still getting that heart rate up, that blood flowing. Next is a tuck jump where we're bouncing, jumping. Really a total body movement to get the body activated and ready to go. Next is an excellent hip mobility drill. Call it the up and over hurdle. So, I don't know, I think these bars are for dips, but I use it for hip mobility. You can do it on a Smith machine. I've showed it before on my Instagram. You're trying to keep the core upright, keep the pillar tall, and move with the hips. Here it is again. Trying to go a bit quicker with a bit more coordination, and I end up hurting myself. So I said, all right, that's the end of this. Next, I moved on to the glute activation, the second most important. No, not the second most important, but the second part of my warm-up. Everything is as important as the other. There's 5 main steps, and they're all important. Nothing is more important than the other. You guys see it's a side-to-side step with the band around the knees. Next, same thing, band is a little bit above the knees, and we're just going forward and back. Like I said, you guys can do this in a small space. You guys can do this if you have a bit of a longer space, but like I said, I just wanted to show you guys a quick little warm-up in a short space, short amount of time. Next up, continuing with that glute activation and that quad and whole leg activation as well as the core activation, just a simple one leg balance. You guys see I'm touching the things that need to be activated. And just finishing off here with a couple simple body weight squats. Really squeezing them glutes at the top, really trying to split the floor with our feet. So here's the first exercise of the strength complex, trying to hit that lower lat. Really good exercise, really good unilateral exercise for the back. So I switch over to the other arm. And what I'm doing here is obviously one leg is on the ground, one hand is on the ground, the other knee is on the bench. I'm trying to drive through the ground and the bench with my hands and pulling with my elbow. Next one here is a single leg kettlebell deadlift using both hands. So this exercise is absolutely fantastic for core stability. Obviously, it targets and hits the hamstrings and the glutes really well. If you have a little bit of a nice knee bend like I got going on there, and you're just trying to make yourself as long as possible. Drive that heel back to the wall behind you. Stare at a point on the ground below you and bend at the hips. Obviously, same thing here. You got to switch to the other leg. Make sure you do both legs. And same things, trying to get as long as possible, driving that heel back to the wall just to activate that right glute and that right hamstring. So the second set, I wanted to switch it up a bit. I did a one arm, one leg kettlebell single leg deadlift. Challenges the core a bit more. Still the same exact exercise, but challenges the core a little bit more. As you guys see, same exact thing on the other leg, and it challenges the core a bit more, and a bit more core stability is required, a bit more balance, because you only have one kettlebell. When you have 2 kettlebells, they both counterbalance and balance each other out. When you have one, see, look, you got to balance yourself more. The next exercise I did, this is the start of the second complex, is a simple lunge. And you guys can laugh all you want. You guys can say, oh, those are girl weights. But if you do it the way I say to do it, the way it's supposed to be done, then you won't be laughing after the set's over. You could ask my boy Crooney right here.
True.
He says it's true. So what we're trying to do here is we're getting in the hip flexor position. Look at my face there. Looks pretty tough. And we're pulling back with the hamstrings. As we go up, straight up vertically, we're pulling back with the hamstrings and counteracting it with our glutes. You try that out and you tell me how it's feeling on your hamstrings and glutes, because my hams and glutes are on fire right now. After that, I moved on to a weighted push-up. I put a plate on my back and just banged out some push-ups. slow and controlled. Really retracted scapula on the way down and pushed up on the way up. And here is the second set of the lunge. And as you guys see, I'm a personal trainer. I think I know a decent amount, but I'm always checking my form and checking myself. Why? Because as you keep going, as you get more fatigued, your technique isn't as good. And if my technique wasn't as good, I would have lowered the weight. But it stayed the same. I wanted to make sure both feet were pointed straight ahead forward. I had retracted my scapula. I was looking straight ahead, and I had good posture. Chest up, like you're looking for broads. And make sure you have good posture. Always look in the mirror. Next up, we got a banded pal-off press. You guys saw me do this in my last video. It was a cable pal-off press, but same exact thing. Attach a band to an anchor or a pole. Your feet are about shoulder width apart. Your glutes are turned on. You're looking straight ahead, chest up, shoulders back. Put it at that chest height. Press it away and resist that rotation. You're resisting the rotation. That's why it's called an anti-rotation exercise, what the core is actually made for, not crunches. I ended up finishing off the session with a little cool down, and as you guys know, I made sure to have time for the cool down. The warm-up was about 7 to 8 minutes, and the cool down was 7 to 8 minutes as well. I just went through a bit of a mobility flow, and literally all I did was I wanted to target the spots that felt tight, overworked, or spots that I just wanted to loosen up a bit. So I just flew through it, a bit of a stutter, and I enjoyed it. Good, Dons. As you guys just saw, I just got done with that session. As you know, you don't need much time. What did I get in there? I think it was an hour. Real good session. Got a good cool down in. You just got to get in there and get it done. Get a quick warm up in, get your session in, and get the cool down. And now I'm gonna rush to catch a flight, but it's all good. It's all good. Yeah, I'll see you guys in a little bit. All right, guys, I'm gonna go grab some breakfast. Honestly, risking missing my flight to get this breakfast, but the breakfast here is unreal, so let's do it. We will be back. This place was awesome. Customer service was absolutely fantastic. Room is nice and sleek, nice and clean. Fantastic blackout curtains, major key, love it. Let's go. Worth it to miss a flight for this spread. Oh yeah. Not much left, but we got what we need. Oh yeah, let's get it. Let's get it. These oats are banging. Thank you. Eggs, Greek yogurt, and smoked salmon for my protein. Candied pears for my simple, fast digesting carbs. And of course, veggies for the micros. It's the year of the micros. Anyone traveling to New York City, Arlo, Soho is top class. Top food, top customer service. Honestly, I'll be back. Lift life. We out. Off to Georgia. Let's go. How you doing, sir? Eric, yes. Off to Newark Airport. Let's go. So I think it's all going to work out, guys. I think I'm going to catch this flight, Newark Airport to Atlanta, Georgia. I'm going to Atlanta, Georgia to train with Toka football. I ended up going down there, and I got recommended by a friend. I wanted to train a little bit with someone else because I had been training for a couple weeks by myself. And you guys know I'm a nomad. I love traveling. I can't resist it. So we're off to Georgia. We out to Atlanta, ladies and gentlemen. Toka football, here we come. Let's get it. Bruv, what kind of dude gets up mid-flight to brush his teeth on the plane? None other than your boy, Young Rich the Kid. Let's get brushing, let's get mouthwash, and get the mouth clean and fresh. Let's get it. And here's the lunch, a little bit of chicken, a little bit of salad, teasing us with the black and white cookies. Of course, I didn't eat them. The boy officially arrived in Atlanta. We're going to grab our bags. We out. We're going to get a session in about 3 hours. It's about 4 o'clock right now. Just got to the hotel in Georgia, Peachtree, Georgia, Peachtree Corners. I'm excited to be here. I'm training with Toka football. I'll explain to you a little bit what Toka football is and why I came out here. Basically, a friend who played on Atlanta United's second team, he recommended the place to me. I saw him training here constantly throughout the season. And, you know, I've been training on my own for the past month, the past couple weeks, and I wanted to get a new stimulus, so I decided to contact the guy, and I'm staying out here doing some business stuff, connected with some people, and also going to train with him. So it's going to be interesting. I really look forward to it, and I think you guys are going to really enjoy seeing how we train, and I'm going to enjoy training with him and learning new things. So let's head over there and train. Mans are so shot. So you guys who follow me on Instagram, you see that I take a lot of hot baths. Hot baths are super excellent, especially when you put Epsom salt in the bath, because it contains magnesium. Magnesium promotes a feeling of calmness and relaxation, helps really calm the nerves, increases energy, and reduces irritability. Epsom salts can improve your sleep and concentration and help flush heavy metals from your body. Alright, people. I think it's about time that I end this day. I'm absolutely battered and exhausted. I hope you guys enjoyed this episode. I hope I provided you guys with some excellent content. Like always, I'm trying to bring the best content. If you enjoyed it, please like. If you enjoyed it big time, please share. Please subscribe. Please comment. Alright, I'm tired. I need to go to sleep.